Hello friends, this is my part 2 video explaining what nodes are best for Shizuka in Master X Master. As you probably know, the question remains between these three builds. First is for crit rate, then for weapon damage, and then for penetration nodes. In my last video I was trying to explain that this one is the best one, but quite a few people pointed out that I was wrong and that these nodes are better. At least 3 people said that these nodes are better, and it was so freaking frustrating for me, so that I had to recheck all my info, and I spent hours testing, typing down, taking notes, which deals how much damage versus enemy with a lot of defense, or versus enemy with average defense or small defense, and I even tried it on every single monster or minion or jungle monster in the game. Of course, I'm talking about Titan Ruins, so because what we are wondering about is what's best for PvP. And I figured out all numbers, and I have to admit that I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. This is the best. Oh, sorry, guys. This is the best build. Not by much. You actually get about 2% increase in damage compared to weapon damage. So it's really not that big, but it is there, and I have to admit it. Now, I tried to edit videos to make this a short video, but because I suck at using video editing software, I couldn't do it, and this is why I will post a full list of all damages at the very beginning or right now. But if you don't believe me, I will also put all my footage that I recorded about dealing damage with different types of nodes. I recorded that on normal, so it will be only 50% effective, not full effect of those nodes, but that should be still enough for you to check my words. And before I begin, I also want to point out this little bit over here: details and defense penetration. See, when you hover your mouse over, you see that defense penetration can exceed 50%. Keep this in mind, because nodes give you 30%, as you can see right now, and you can get 25% with trades on the map. Just so you know that if you have 4 nodes, you don't go 12 trades of defense penetration. You go 9 trades at most. And, well, without further ado, here's my table. As you can see right now, this is all damages that I found out. And yeah, this is how it goes. This is how much you deal on in different situations with different builds, different traits. I recorded on level 18 all of those, and I was recording them versus Boomeroo and part versus Ignuma. I also recorded how much defense they had, both characters, and I also recorded damage versus monsters, every single monster on the map: Rozark, King Tanyan, Warden, Keeper, Monolith, Guardian, everything, even minions. So you will be able to check those numbers yourself. Or if you don't believe me, or you can just watch this big ass video, because all that footage took a lot of time to record, but I had to stitch it together, so you will see that I didn't took those numbers from the air or from my head. I actually checked them before making this video. Well, here we go. In this video I'm gonna test defense or damage on Shizuka with crit rate nodes. First, we will test against Boomeroo with 162 defense and Ignuma 133 defense. Here we have Shizuka level 18 with 4 legendary crit rate nodes. and we will go for critical chance, and let's go for penetration first. With this much crit rate, we will get about 80% in crit rate, maybe even a little bit more. Let's see how much damage we will deal, shall we, without rendering nodes first. As you can see, it's about, now with rendering blades. Now against Boomeroo with a lot of defense, without rendering blades. Now with rendering blades.
Not yet.
Now I will test this with this much defense on Boomeroo 116, as you can see. Here we go without rendering blades. And with rendering blades. Now I will change these traits to see how much we can do with weapon damage instead of penetration. I will still get full crit strike chance. As you can see, it gives you additional 44%, almost 35%, and each node gives you 10%. So on ranked, this is gonna be you're gonna have about 88% crit strike chance. In normals, you will have 68%. Keep this in mind. So here we go. Let's see how much we will do now. Here we go. First against full Boomeroo without rendering blades. This is enough. Now with rendering blades. See?
Die.
Now against weak defended Boomeroo without rendering blades. And with rendering blades.
Not yet. Die.
Now we will check against Ignuma Red with enough defense, 133, without rendering blades. And now with rendering blades. Now I will show you PVE damage with crit nodes against King Tanyan.
Die.
Here we go another time. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit rusty. Well, you can see it's about 325 crit at average. Now I will change my traits to 12 crit rate and 6 penetration and see how much damage we can deal to Tanya now. Here we go. Sorry. Here we go another time. As you can see, the damage is a little bit lower than what we had with penetration rate. So this is it. This is how much defense we have. This is actually average amount of defense. Okay, Shizuka with weapon damage nodes, and this is my traits. Let's see how much damage I can deal. Here we go, without rendering blades. And with rendering blades. Now I'm gonna test this on opposite attunement, as you can see red, and much more defense, 133, 57%. So let's see. Okay. Enough. And now with rendering blades. Changing traits to full penetration and weapon damage. First without rendering blades. And now with rendering blades. Okay, now with penetration nodes, first we go for penetration boost and weapon damage. Here we go without rendering blades. With rendering blades.
Die.
Now against red without rendering blades. And with rendering blades. Changing traits. And let's see what we get. Okay, without rendering blades. And with rendering blades.
Die.
Now on red without rendering blades. And now with rendering blades. In this video I will show you PVE damage with weapon damage nodes, and we will go for this boost here, this kind of traits first, and then other traits too. Let's go. At this level you only need damage with your rendering blades.
Not yet.
Okay, we saw damage on minions. Let's see what we do in jungles. First versus Guardian. Oh, Guardian.
Not yet.
Okay, done. Now versus Keeper or Red. Oops, sorry guys. Still we see our damage at 305. That's it. Now versus Titan Monolith. Okay. Now versus King Tanyan. That's enough. Now versus Warden or Blue. As you can see, damage is pretty much the same at every single minion.
Not yet.
And the last but not least is Rozark. Let's see how much we will deal against him. Okay, that's enough. Now we change trades to full penetration and weapon damage. And let's see how much we will deal now. First, Guardian. Next, King. You can see that I deal less damage than I was doing. That's enough. Next, Warden on Blue. Now simple minions. Minions again. Okay, now Keeper or Red.
Not yet.
And just to be precise and detailed enough, Rozark. Okay. Continuing testing PVE damage, now with penetration nodes, for legendary penetration nodes. Let's go for these traits and let's see how much damage we'll deal, shall we? First, Titanize.
Not yet.
Done. Now Guardian.
Die.
Done. Now Red or Keeper. Done. Now Blue or Warden. Or Warden. Done. Now Titan Monolith.
Not yet.
Done. Now King Tanyan.
Not yet.
That's enough. And now Rozark. Oopsie. That's enough. Now we change traits to full weapon damage and 6 penetration. Let's see. And we are starting with Guardian as always.
Die.
Warden. Now Keeper. Titan Monolith.
Die.
King Tanyan. Enough. Now Rosark. As you probably can guess at this point, damage is the same at every single minion or jungle monster because they have the same amount of defense.
Not yet.
That's enough. And the last are minions.
Not yet.
That's it.